What are the advantages of using Express with Node? Why we use Node, why we use Express with Node? There are reasons behind everything, right? Here I am going to share 4 advantages of Express. First is Express simplify web development. You know the roles of framework in software development, right? They basically simplify the software development process by providing many built-in methods and features. The same is true for Express framework also. Second advantage is middleware support. Yes, middlewares are very important for handling requests and response in a proper way. And with Express framework, managing multiple middlewares and handling millions and millions of requests is very easy. Yes, definitely I will cover this middleware in Express in upcoming question, but for now I'm just giving you the overview. Okay. The third advantage is Express provides flexible routing system. So basically when any request come, you must redirect them properly to the methods of your REST API, okay, based on the request URL, right? So therefore, with Express framework, it is simple to understand the URL patterns and redirect them properly with minimum amount of code. That is the benefit. Again, I will cover this routing in Express in upcoming questions, okay, in detail. Then last advantage is template engine integration. So sometimes we create some dynamic HTML at server side rather than client side. And template engine integration help us in creating those dynamic HTML content. And basically here we combine the HTML template with the data from the database or anywhere. So basically Express framework will make this process very easy and simple for you. Great. These are some of the top advantages and features of Express which you must remember. I will also cover their implementation separately in detail in upcoming questions. But alright, I think I also have written very simple description here also, which I already explained. But yes, this can help you in the last minute quick revision just before the interviews. Okay, that's it. How do you install Express in a Node project? This is not an interview question, but if you are new to Express, then the answer is very simple. Open the terminal in your Code VS project and run this command. npm install Express and press enter. And yes, this will install the Express framework for your project, and now you can use the features of the Express in your project. Okay, so that was the short answer of this question. How to create an HTTP server using Express.js. Setting up HTTP server without much code is one of the primary responsibility of this Express framework. Okay, if you remember, then to set up HTTP server, we use HTTP module, right? And that was without this Express framework. First, we import the HTTP module, then we use the create server method of the HTTP module to create the server like this. Now the server is created, but it is not yet hosted, or you can say server right now can't listen to the requests from the client. So to be able to listen to the request from AI, first we will select a set a port number, and then we have to use this listen method of the server. This all I already explained. Now the server will be able to listen to the request from the UI. Remember, if you do not listen the request, then the URL localhost 3000 will not work in the browser. Okay, this is the process for creating a server using the HTTP module. Now the same can be achieved using the Express framework in Node. To create it's a 4-step process. Okay, how to do this? First, import the Express. Before, of course, you have to install the Express, right? Second, create an Express application and assign it to the app variable. This means your server is created, okay, and the name of the server is app. See, here you do not have to use the create server method, so that code you are saving here. Then set the port number, and then we will call the listen method of this app server, which is basically start the Express server. That is the whole process of creating an HTTP server using the Express framework. Very simple and basic. Now you can ask one thing, when we already have this HTTP module, then why we are using the Express module for creating server? The answer I think you already know, because creating server Express framework this is only one feature, but Express framework will provide many other advantages which we will also explore in the upcoming questions. Okay, so that's the answer to this question, and here I have written also it at the top. How do you create and start the Express application? This question I already covered, but I'm just putting it down here, writing it down, this question for revision purpose, so that when you are revising all the questions list, then you don't miss the small things. Okay, you already know the answer. To create an Express application, we have to first import the Express module and then call the Express function to create the server. Okay. Secondly, you can start the server or listen to the request from the UI or from anywhere, any client, by calling the listen method of this application server. Okay, here you have to provide these two parameters. First, the port number, and second is the message you want to log, but yes, it is optional. Great, that's the quick answer to this question.